There was a storm.
It was an accident. We had an accident.
And we got stuck, and we couldn't get out. We couldn't get out because of the storm.
What have you done?
In the film, my character, Ed, is a limo driver. He used to be a cop, and he gets caught in a desert storm.
Phone still dead?
Yeah, where's your Lincoln?
Stuck in a runoff about 2 miles down the road. The kids gave us a lift, the girl was stranded.
Hey! I'm sorry, my car's stuck. Can I get a ride?
And everybody gets stuck at this motel.
I'm not staying here. Are you out of your mind?
And then a real cop shows up with a convict.
You the manager?
Officer Rhodes, transporting a prisoner here. But the roads are all flooded and I could use a room.
There's 10 people who end up at this hotel. When people start dying, and you're not sure why they're dying or who's doing it.
What's going on?
Go in your room and lock your door.
My character is on her way to a new life and unfortunately gets trapped in all of this frightening mayhem at this motel.
When the first person dies, they find a key on one of the bodies.
There's something in there.
She was in room 10?
I am.
And then they keep finding keys on the body, so they think that one of them is trying to kill them all.
It narrows down the suspects until we get to a point where it's really hard to believe that the people that are left, are they the killer or are they not?
This doesn't make any sense.
And this sort of keeps the tension pretty taut by sort of misdirection and not really knowing who people really are and trying to figure that
All right,
out.
you want a plan? Everybody want a plan? Here's the plan, okay? No one's gonna move. We're gonna stay here like this in this room until dawn. No one leaves, no one moves. And if there's something out there and it comes in here, I'm gonna shoot it. And if any one of us tries anything, I'm gonna shoot him.
We get it.
Good.
Sometimes I just have to pinch myself because I can't really believe it. And I'm working with Ray Liotta and John Cusack, and everyone's very supportive. And as soon as everyone was together, it really came to life and it came off the page.
He's a cool cucumber.
Typically in Hollywood, you know, scripts go out and I read a lot of material. And every now and again, if you get lucky, one kind of pops. And I, loved it immediately. Went home and I told Jim Mangold, my husband, who's also director, that I'd read the script and loved it. So I gave it to him, and 24 hours later, he's like, I want to direct it.
I thought it was really a fabulous idea for a movie, and for a director, a real opportunity to do some really amazing things. The movie plays with both time and memory and reality and dreamscapes and nightmares and ideas about reality in a really interesting way.
I give up! What the hell do you want? What do you want? You big bastard! What do you want from us?
James Mangold, you know, he's not one of those kind of directors for hire who just sits behind the chair and is like, action, from 10 miles away.
We got it. Check the gate, please.
He has this great kind of overwhelming enthusiasm for what he's doing. And, you know, that's what you want out of a director.
Right away, here we go.
When I auditioned for him, he read with me. He really likes to get in there and play, and he's really fun.
It's time for volleyball and needlepoint. There's something about this role that when she first came in and just worked on it with me, she was so there. She found it so quickly.
You got a name?
Paris.
Paris, huh? I get it. Never been.
Well, you ain't going tonight.
You know, it's almost like this is a collection. The movie is a collection of sinners, in a way. Everyone's got a secret. In Paris's case, she's the one who's trying to turn her life around.
I was going home to Florida.
I was born in Florida.
Where in Florida?
Polk County.
That's where I was born. Which town?
Mulberry.
Frostproof.
There's a town called Frostproof.
They grow oranges. The name kind of doubles as a slogan.
Why would you want to go back?
I found a grove for sale on the internet. 9 acres, 1,200 trees, limes and oranges.
Their paths all cross and interconnect. The actors are kind of serving this kind of intricate plot. So a lot of films you have to do stuff where character motivates plot. But this is one where we're in a way the actors are kind of these elegant chess pieces. And the writer and the director are interweaving these stories. And, it's nice to just sort of be in service to that.
A lot of times what you're thinking about as you put a cast together is not just the best actors in the world for each role, but also there's a kind of a menu you're making of different energies and different tempos. And you don't want everyone to kind of be cut of the same cloth.
Listen up!
There was an incident today.
That's police talk for someone getting their head lopped off.
Larry. Carolyn Suzanne was murdered.
Where exactly did that happen?
We don't know exactly because we can't find the body.
Not all of them.
What do you mean you can't find the body?
As long as we stay calm, everything's going to be all right. Officer Rhodes is outside right now. He was transporting a convict.
Who escaped?
What are you doing?
What is going on? What? It's not safe
No,
here.
there's a cop here. Yeah, 2 cops.
It's not safe.
It's all right. It's okay.
In Ray and John, I think we have really interesting contrasts. John has a kind of dark, slightly, at times he can be comic, at times he can be curious, but there's a kind of wisdom to him and a kind of philosophical, thoughtful quality to Cusack. And Ray has this kind of explosive, no bull kind of intensity to him that is completely different and comes from a completely different sensibility. And I think that in great ways they contrast.
They're not going! I say they are!
It was important to me that we got real actors, like that it wasn't a kind of confection that was only about the thrills, but that actually in the scenes between before and after violence or suspense, you'd be kind of really grabbed by these people and their stories.
What are you doing? What are you doing out here?
I'm getting shit that's mine. What are you doing? Oh, what? I don't get to ask a question?
I'm taking photos. There's been 2 murders in the last 2 hours, so I figured before all the evidence...
That's not an answer. You're a limo driver. So I'll ask again, what are you doing? Are you looking to win some Beyond the Call of Duty limo driver merit badge?
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not on the job anymore. You don't need to be a hero, Edward. There's a real live active duty cop outside who can...
The one who's managed to lose a convicted killer.
You're a complicated cat, Edward.
I guess we have a little bit of tension, sexual tension in the film, and he realizes that I need to be saved. So there are very strong passions between us.
Listen to me.
Well, we keep asking for a sex scene, or I do, anyway. But I don't think it's going to happen. Every morning I go to Jim's store and I'm like, can I just kiss John Cusack, please? He's just like, it doesn't work for the story, Amanda. And I was like, I know, but what does that matter? It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's really fun. I really like her. Yeah, we get along great.
See what I'm dealing with? This machismo? It's hard to be a woman and be on this set.
It's fun. It really is. Everybody just really seems to be into it and loves playing this game. And this is like really, truly the kind of stuff that you play like when you're a kid, pretending that you're acting or pretending that these situations, who's around the corner, what's going on. It's got a very moody feel to it.
It's a consistent mood, and it's a real kind of atmospheric piece, and it's kind of nice because you come in the morning and you're looking for your coffee and you really want to wake up and get involved in the scene. You don't really have to worry about it because you're going to get soaking wet with cold water pretty soon.
Bringing up the rain, light rain coming up.
The biggest challenge is the rain. For 2.5 months being sopping wet day in and day out and having people just squirt water on you when you're not in the mood. John Cusack, at least he gets to wear a raincoat. Why he's wearing a raincoat, I have no idea. How he knew it was going to rain and nobody else did is beyond me.
The rain really had to be sold as kind of a barrier to escape. But to film rain is really tricky. I mean, it's hard because it can sometimes look just like mist or vaporous. And so we created these amazing rain bars that have actually distance between where the rain can come out. And so the drops fall in spaces wider than normal rain. So you're supposedly not supposed to get as wet. But I got news for you. We got wet.
What the rain does is really beautiful. I mean, water is one of the most beautiful things to photograph, what it does and how it plays with lights. Watching the way light and water and reflection, puddles, mirrors, glass, water on faces, running off hair. Hitchcock did this a lot. It becomes a giant, huge character in the film.
Is he in there? Is he in here?
Ginny, you okay?
Clearly those living are looking for reasons why certain people are dying and if there's any connection, because they're all strangers. And we have actually played tricks on people with some of the dummies. Leela Kenzel, who plays John McGinley's wife in the movie, she gets hit by a car in the beginning of the movie, and she's pretty much laying down a lot of the shoot. And we told him that, you know, he was so amazed at how lifelike the dummies were. So we showed him the dummy and we said, you know, they're so real, actually, they can, you know, breathe. So then when he left, we put the real actress in. He got up really close to her and she jumped up and scared him.
When you're delirious because you've been in the mildewy, like, dark studio for 12 hours, it's not that hard for me to get really scared.
You're playing these characters that kind of represent certain things, and the plot and the twists are kind of so fast and furious that you really need to just go on this wild ride.
Nobody in there.
That's not possible! I saw what happened! We all saw what happened!
There'd be something left.
The twist at the end is something that I've never seen before.
Maybe there's some connection between all of us.
Like what?
My birthday next week.
Me too.
Me too.
It's got horror to it, and it's got thrills to it, but it's also a mystery. I mean, it's a great puzzle. The movie is a puzzle in and of itself.
Paris, Nevada. George York. Larry Washington. Rhodes, Rhode Island. And Dakota.
Kind of felt like a pretty sophisticated adult thriller, you know. You don't see too many of those.
The great mystery in the movie is trying to unearth who's telling the truth. And of course it all is building and marching toward a great, surreal, mind-bending twist.
Jesus Christ, what did you do?
The stairs. I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish he'd go away.